Hey folks, I am Dr. G and welcome to College Writing 2. So I'm just going to keep this short because this is really about a course overview. College Writing 2 is the second of 2 required courses, and this one focuses on research and writing about research. And because that's kind of intimidating in general and doesn't make anybody feel good, what I've done is to try to move us to a place of joy and something that we're also familiar with and will be confident with. So the theme of this course is based around children's popular culture, because all of us are, mini experts in that, So there's that. There are 3 major assignments in this course, and they all hinge upon each other, okay? The first of them is a critical literacy narrative. While all of us have grown up in children's pop culture, we have consumed it for entertainment. So what a critical literacy narrative asks you to do is to look back at something that maybe you are particularly interested in terms of children's pop culture, and then read that against the grain so that you can hold space for both enjoying something and then also kind of being like, yeah, there's room for improvement there. That's what a critical literacy narrative does, and kind of engages your thinking and challenges some of the things we might have internalized, okay? So the next thing is an annotated bibliography and research proposal. This is a genre that's actually going to help you in your other classes and your other majors, but is also going to help you in here. So your second assignment actually prepares you for your last assignment, which is to write an academic analysis, so a scholarly paper, a scholarly analysis, which means that you're going to be incorporating academic research about children's pop culture as lenses to kind of bolster your own argument that you're making about a particular animated children's film or series, okay? So that's the course. The learning outcomes are listed in the syllabus, which is the thing that I'm using as a visual aid right now. So if you want to check those out, that is super duper fine. There are actually no required course materials to purchase. You will need, obviously, Kent State's Canvas, because we're using that as the learning management system. You're going to need to access to your Kent State G Suite, so Google Docs and Google Drive in particular. And then you're also going to want to download Slack, which is a free chatting thing, and we're going to use that in lieu of discussion boards, because discussion boards are depressing and they don't build any camaraderie. So we're just going to say nope and do that instead, all right? So that is just the gist. Other things that usually folks like to know are, how am I going to get a grade? There are 100 points in the class. I don't weight anything. This is my first time using the Canvas grade book, but I am going to do a lot of stuff manually, so you'll see your grades there, but nothing is weighted. So if something is 1 point, it's 1% of your grade. All right, so 75 points, so 75% of your grade comes from your major writing assignments and completing the peer reviews for those writing assignments, okay? So when there is a peer review day due, you do have to show your draft then, okay? If you don't have it to exchange with your peers, you're going to lose points on that, okay? So just kind of do keep that in mind. But with major assignments themselves, there's no due date. So there might be a hey, this is due, but it's a kind suggestion. All right, so you can have until the end of the semester, if that is what you want to do to yourself. If you're yes, I absolutely want to give myself crushing anxiety in December, fine, that's cool. But the point is that sorry. So the point is, if you want to do that, if you turn in something late, I don't take off any points. The only thing is when you turn it in late, right? So if it's not at the day and time listed, it's going to be late. That's okay, because all that means is that when I return it to you, there aren't going to be any comments. It's just going to be the grade, okay? People who turn it in on time will get comments, all right? So we're being kind to each other, right? I love that for us. All right. Don't plagiarize. There's literally no point, because if you do your own work, you're going to pass this class. Okay? Like, I am not a punitive person. I do not believe that people learn to write when they get policed, right? So just kind of keep that in mind, that I am not going to fail you because I'm like, oh, you're a horrible writer. I'm going to help you become a better writer. So please, please do not plagiarize. And it's like all these shenanigans. Again, don't do it. Yeah. Active reading. So there are going to be times during the class where we're going to be reading academic articles together, because this is about research. It's all going to be on children's pop culture. And instead of reading it lonely on our own, we're going to read it together and comment on it. All right. And you get 2 points just for doing your homework. 2 points every time you complete that. But again, you do kind of have to complete those ones on time. So do keep up with that. Folks really struggle with that, and it's not that hard. It's not that hard, friends. So just, go ahead and do that. And then there are going to be some discussion forums, and they're going to be on Slack. And the reason is because it's just way more fun to interact on Slack. And also I've built in a social feature on Slack, so we can just kind of like have so that our space can have a little bit of personality, because let's face it, Canvas is a little So we're going to have Slack as just this kind of real-time place to experience community in the class, and to get real-time or to get questions, answered by me during my office hours, etc. All right, so it's just going to be a good tool. There's also a place where you can just like drop in and ask me stuff instead of having to email me. So it's neat. All right, but Slack discussion points, they're going to be some of those. Basically, that is, I think, all I'm going to talk about in here. There is going to be another video that talks about things like the daily class workflow, but for now, this is it. The rest of this you can check out, and I hope we have a good semester. This is a fun class. I mean, as far as college writing courses go, like, I kind of feel like it's kind of a cool position to be in, to get to like write about children's animated like films and web series. Like, it's kind of neat. So enjoy the ride. All right.